This tank's too slow. Some things need to be handled with my hands. We got a log over here.
On to the next.
Enemies near.
Captain's report. INF-1. I've spoken to Commander Palmer. He assured me that our Spartan contingent is ready to go. Commander Sarpong offers similar sentiments regarding our infantry.
Oh, only one Spartan followed.
Spartan Lock is already well underway with the next stages of Breaker Trip, but
He missed.
I guess tower was a more than appropriate name. Look at that place. The signal's coming from within that main structure. Somewhere up top. We're gonna need to find a way in.
The Breacher. Is this like better than a regular DSMR? Oh shit. How we get in there? Oh shit. And it's only because of how the story writing goes. Like, it's just such a good story. They start off with getting you to know all the characters. And after you get to know all the characters, they kill each one of them in front of your damn face. Like, it's pretty fucking brutal. And at the ending, you don't even know if Jude dies. I don't even think they uncovered that yet. Someone correct me. I'm wrong. What did I just throw out? That was my grapple gun. Well, gate's open. Grab some armor. Probably don't need that. Yoink. Fuck you. Fucking needling bitch. Yeah, multiplayer, the time they kill is so increased. And here it's just perfect. The enemies feel just great toughness. Oh, it's Ryans'sFine. McDonald's boy. Oh, you got the McDonald's burgers? You brought food home?
No, but man, that's like a burger. Dude, I can't serve people fucking cheeseburgers all day and not eat a cheeseburger.
Why?
No,
I used to do it all the time. I can't eat that fucking fast food all the time anymore, dude.
I'm saying fast food.
I know, I'm just saying in general, I can't. Well, just know that most of this will probably be on YouTube. So welcome to the video. Halo Infinite campaign.
And my introduction is, I got back from the clown, and I need to eat some fucking cheeseburgers.
I really like how I just label it the clown.
You came up with it, I'm rolling with it.
Just call me the clown.
What did I put my wallet?
So how was your first day?
Honestly, you saw my story, right?
What?
Oh, well, I said it as bluntly as I could. I received better and more
Oh,
training.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, training? I thought you said treatment.
Both, really. But
I
I've
got fucking
received better
clapped.
training and treatment from McDonald's in one day than I did in the 5 fucking years I served Dollar Tree. The difference is astronomical. Oh, having to learn both breakfast and lunch in one day was a fucking...
That's what I'm used to doing.
The lockdown is controlled from the security building near the front.
For me, it's gonna be a refresher.
I don't know.
And the new menu items I just don't know about.
It wasn't too bad. The only thing I still really have to learn, honestly, is fuck the condiment table. I'm just gonna say that.
You're gonna have to go to that a lot too.
I don't know.
Table is like what everybody hates. I got used to table honestly, but I'm just not fast with table.
Oh, I'll get used to it, but I'm just saying I don't know what goes on what really yet.
Oh, I kind of idea of it. See, here's the thing. I got
No, I
to
was
the
literally-
point where I memorized the whole Wendy's menu. I memorized it.
Dude, don't get me wrong. I'm confident I'll get there eventually. I'm just telling you, before today, I didn't really know much about the menu, I'll be honest.
I think Wendy's has more promotional deals than fucking
I'll say though with McDonald's, the shit's pretty simple.
Oh yeah.
Like the best way of putting it is the name usually tells you what goes on it. It's just
Oh yeah.
remembering what needs pickles and onions and shit is more where my brain just going.
Eventually, you'll
But-
sit there and you'll just know.
Well, I'm also starting to see patterns already. To be so
Breakfast is usually a slower time anyway.
comparatively, lunch was definitely busier, but I didn't feel it because we had full food. Honestly,
You should, because that's not like the crackhead type. That's a stricter one.
I mean, it was scheduled well.
Oh yeah, because they have consistent people.
Let me see.
And I literally think they just hired us because the people that are like really good there are working 6 days and they're just trying to knock them down to a regular 5-day schedule, you know?
They're always hiring people with fast food. But
not true, but-
it's to keep the rotation in the kitchen.
His reputation is
Huh.
not good.
I'm saying
Halo, let's play, talking about McDonald's.
this is the actual campaign.
Yeah, they made it free room.
Mm.
Like, they have their missions, but they made it free room.
You're
There's
going to
free
need
room
to
concept.
manually activate
I didn't
all
think
of
they actually were gonna do it.
I've marked it on your map.
Can I get my text though?
Which one? The one at 4 in the morning? Or
No, the clown wants you to come in early.
Captured,
Seriously?
funneled through to Chaklock,
Yeah,
and
man.
somewhere
Get
that
rolling.
House of
Oh, great.
Reckoning, which is
let's go already.
Ominous?
Seriously. Middle of a Halo. Oh!
But nah, can you imagine if like Ronald McDonald crawled out the window and was like, Janet!
Bro, I got a shotty, bro. I'm just slicing up kids with a chainsaw. Fuck you, mean I ain't fucking with that. Alright, here come the drop pods. Come on, motherfuckers. Come on, just like a group of zombies, horde up. Fuck you!
And then on somewhere they called the House of Reckoning,
Didn't work.
which is suitably ominous and vanished sounding.
Dude, I'll be really honest, today was so fucking humbling. It's been a minute since I was like all the way on the bottom. Like I've been a manager for so fucking long, knowing everything I had to do when I go into work like back of my hand.
Oh,
Today was an experience. I had to literally learn everything.
big boy. Big boy.
It wasn't necessarily difficult, but like just to have to learn everything at once so
Oh
it
yeah,
was intimidating.
that's because fast food is just fast paced.
Activating the gravity
You don't got time.
I will say though, it was
I have non-slip boots. You went flying, bro. We waited 6 years for this fucking campaign. They did such a great job with it. 6 years of wait time in between games, and they actually added everything I wanted. It's like another one of those games that I waited such a long time for next installment. I'm happy about it. What's more upgrades?
and the source of a deployable threat sensor. It appears
Threat
to
sensor?
lock onto and highlight any targets in range. Could be useful.
I think it's gonna be more than useful. So what's on the Ryan's wall? What you been up to?
finally playing Dishonored again, because I realized that all the Dishonored games are on Game Pass, and just because I don't use Xbox anymore doesn't mean I can't use PC Game Pass, so here we are.
Told you about that.
I know, I just forgot Dishonored was on there, to be honest with you. It's just like, it was a brain fart because I've owned the game series for so long, it just like never occurred to me it was on Game Pass.
Simple.
But I'm hyped, because now I can play all the Dishonored games without having to rebuy them. I'm definitely going to focus on the first game for now, but I won't lie, once I beat it, my priority is probably going to be the DLC first, just because I haven't actually played it, but I've heard a lot about it. You play as a dog. Shit. It's actually a prequel to the first game, but like it leads into the events of the first mission. Minor spoilers, but I mean anyone that's familiar with Dishonored knows that right at the beginning of the game, you're dishonored by being blamed for killing the Empress, and basically Dodd's the person that actually killed the Empress, and that's what the DLC explores, that character, and like what led to him doing that.
He's about what you would expect.
And I'm a bit interested to see how far it goes.
Specializes in torture.
I've read a lot of spoilers for it, admittedly, but at the same time, not really, because it depends on how you play, too. Dishonored in general, the story changes a bit, depending on how chaotic or peaceful you are. And yeah.
I'll be honest, my one complaint about the Halo franchise the whole time was the movement. It wasn't until Halo 5 the movement got a little bit more, got actual justice.
The movement
and
does
Halo,
look really good here,
and
honestly.
Halo Reach, they added running, but it was an ability. But in this Halo, it's finally just all movements unlocked.
I'm surprised you're playing the controller though. Heresy!
Well, it's only because I don't want that clacking in my fucking audio for recording YouTube videos. I would personally, because the reason I was mainly playing on keyboard off the bat is because controller sensitivity ain't enough. I don't know what the fuck they did with the controller sensitivity, but it's not fast enough. Fuck you.
I'll be honest, most games that came to this, anything first person, I usually prefer keyboard. I've heard the arguments you've made, so...
And also, guess what they added to Halo finally? It's like Doom, they added a whole upgrade system to it. While you're running around killing things, you can actually upgrade your suit and shit finally.
Yeah, that's cool.
They added more to the Spartans. And also, I can be Spooderman.
Spooderman.
Oh, Spooderman. I have shock grab though now.
What does Spooderman do?
Fuck you.
This week on the web, and you can't see he's a spooder. What the fuck does a spooder? Spooder! Oh, is it down? No.
Spooderman jumps over it all. Never have to do that again. Well, I never had to do it in the first
No,
place.
no, we'll never have to do that. You wanna know why? You wanna know why?
Why?
Because the office doesn't have a fucking door there.
No offense, I think that's the one thing I have to budget out.
To be honest, it's kind of dumb.
No, that's how all the places are. It's
Yeah,
just because
but-
of how small it
It makes sense, but well, it's one of those things I shouldn't say on stream, probably, but it was funny. Let's just say the manager did something dumb and leave it. Well, not the main manager, but yeah. It's just like one of those things where it's like, there's no way they've been doing this as long if they made a mistake like that. It was kind of funny. I could be wrong, but I feel like they were recently promoted. I might be wrong, but to make a mistake like that, I kind of hope they were. That's all I'm saying. And I know I'm one to talk. I made mistakes today, but like I'm speaking as a manager. The kind of mistake she made was like, I was like, red flag. That was a dumb mistake.
What about direct deposit? Did I talk to you about that today?
Nope. I do need to get that signed up, but to be honest with you, I didn't mention it because this is just a me thing. You should bring it up when you go in, but I need to actually get my bank back and stuff. I actually have tempted to just make a bank account, honestly, because
It is where you will give up your secrets.
I have to go to McDonald's and do things here. Or maybe you should get more ammo.
Well, it's kind of hard when there's no ammo around.
Well, do with what you got then.
Yeah, it's not a lot, bitch.
Oh, you got 74 bullets, you're fine.
And you see how much she eats?
Nope.
Let's see.
Probably just wants to eat your dick, so it's busy eating bullets instead. Just get rid of it.
No, I won't.
Can help you locate
Well, no, till you try.
It doesn't give me an option to put it on my hands.
Nah, that's Spartan armor. It's glued on tight, I see.
Yeah, I got Katana and the other new AI trying to get on my dick now.
Hit a new AI.
Yeah, because we actually lost the war. We lost the war, and basically Master Chief was in space for a little bit. This random, UNS picked him up and let him in the ship, powered his suit back up, and then Master Chief basically said, "Give me a gun and take me to this location." Just start beating everyone's fucking ass, bro. This man didn't even take a piss. He ain't eat anything. Came straight out of the frozen and started whipping ass. He gave no fuck, bro. I want to see who will win in a fight against the main Doom guy or Master Chief.
Use the threat sensitive
Like, I know both of them fight very hard enemies. The Doom guy fighting demons, Master Chief fighting... Fuck your sword.
This Doom guy, at the end of the day, is just a regular dude, right? Technically.
Yeah, with some powers. He has some upgrades. 1 second, there's a cutscene. Since this is a playthrough, I let the cutscenes play out and don't talk.
Chief, the banished. I tried to stop them. I tried to...
Easy. we're safe now.
The banished.
No.
They have something they call the
We're all losing.
conservatory. That's all I know. It's picked up north of here. Dig site. I couldn't stop them. But you can. You have to.
Consider it done.
That's good. Good. The others, the Spartans. Did you?
I'll find them.
Echo 216, all towns. Can you hear me? I repeat, can you hear me?
Massachusetts gives no fucks. He's like, it's gonna be done. It's just the fact that he has no emotion, walks into a building, just kills the whole clique.
Big guy, your motion tracker isn't moving. Come on, give me anything.
Chief, I...
Respond, please. Did you find another signal? Whatever's down there either has to come with us or be left behind. Can you hear me?
Is that Cortana?
dig site on the
No, it's
rim?
weapon.
This conservatory must be some sort of Forerunner installation. What do you suppose they're after?
It's time to go.
He doesn't care what they're after. It's time to fucking dip.
It's nice to have subtitles, I think, like actually all along, technically.
Oh, well, I completed the tower mission. Yeah, he made like a, like the Far Cry free roam where you have like the missions and stuff all around the map.
The banished are searching for something.
To be honest, it's
called
almost
the
giving me Mass
conservatory.
Effect vibes just in terms of like being able to actually travel
You're
around
heading
and
there
stuff.
Oh, that was actually a thing I could go do.
Well, don't worry about me. I'll be here, waiting. Alone.
We'll be in touch.
This guy's depressed. He lost his whole
Just
family.
don't leave me out here for too long.
No.
Okay?
Now you can join them now.
I mean it.
Dumb bitch.
Like shooting for normal.
Hmm?
Good aim for normal.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Surprised I've been practicing Halo so much on keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
I just got it down now.
I can definitely aim better with keyboard and mouse, but I'll just say from watching my own Dishonored playbacks, I know I still aim as good as you. Watching some of my shots were fucking hilarious, honestly. It was just fucking hit.
You haven't seen my panic shots.
And
They're funny. Sometimes I actually hit people. It's a funny part. Like I'll be using a sniper, and like I'm panicking. All these people are shooting at me. I just flick up and hit the guy. I'm like, oh well, he's dead.
I won't lie to you, my
Oh,
best kills with a gun are normally when it's like a stealth kill, basically. If I'm in an actual gunfight, don't get me wrong, I'll do my best. But it's definitely not my strong suit. But sniping and stuff is always okay easily to me though. I like the waiting game, it's fun. And being able to like kind of predict where someone's gonna move, pulling that trigger at the right moment. But when I'm under fire, I think I just panic more easily. Really. Whereas I don't really have that issue in melee fights. I can kind of just wait and dodge and leave. Like, when the bullets coming at me, I don't really know what to do other than take cover. And that only gets me so far. Whereas when I'm fighting in like some kind of melee fight, I can actually see what's coming
what
at
I
me
do
and
when someone's
dodge
shooting at you?
appropriately.
You find the nearest cover point and you shoot back.
Yeah, my problem is when I try to shoot back, I get shot. That's kind of my point.
Well, you should probably duck a little bit lower, bud.
Alright, well, you know what? So perhaps I understand the concept, but my point is, in practice, I'm gonna lose most shootouts. But sword fights, so I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the best ever. I'm just saying I'm more intuitive toward it. Like, I don't know, I can understand the practice for it.
Adds a whole new thing to Halo. I'll be honest, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I don't know how I'm gonna lay out the YouTube video for this. I think I'm just gonna have to cut down the footage.
No, fuck your YouTube ad. What the fuck? You just like fucking did a loop-de-loop roll with that
Listen,
warthog.
to drive this Warthog, you don't press RT, L to use the joysticks. There ain't no really acceleration stick. Oh, you were
Back
back
up,
earlier,
back
bro.
up, back up. How does this thing drive?
So you gotta use the sticks. to control how fast you go. But anyway, the last place I infiltrated, you see right here?
Wait, no,
Yeah,
hold on, I'm stuck on
this
this!
is more fucked.
Wait a minute!
No, this is more fucked. Listen, there was a hole where I could just jump in their defense. And you know, MD said, oh, they heavily guard this place because they don't want anyone breaking into it. I'm like, well, they found a flaw in their defense. So that's what I'm looking for now.
Are you actually able to go for the hole?
Yeah. I was just to jump over it. Basically jump over a fence, essentially.
I'm gonna laugh if there's an invisible wall there. But no, I'm not over this. So wait, like, what happens if you only push one joystick forward? Do you not go as
You go
fast?
forward.
Okay, but
You don't gotta push both.
well, why does it have to?
Dire one's to look, one's for to actually control the movement.
No,
and
you're
visitors.
not. You phrased that weird. I thought you need to use both joysticks to
No.
move. That's why you made my brain hurt for a minute. Like what?
I won't be driving. I'll be walking.
You know, there is actually one game in existence that does play like that, though, funny enough. It's called Steambot Chronicles. PS2. I expect almost no one's heard of it. I only did because it was made by the same people who made
Not
Shin Megami
necessarily
Tensei
no one's
Return.
heard of it.
Well, I'm just being honest. It's a very indie game. It's very indie, and this isn't the right crowd to mention it in a Halo playthrough. But I always like Steambot Chronicles though, because it's just very unique for its control scheme. Honestly, like you basically go around and like Gundam fucking things, like little Gundam mechs. But what's weird about it is you have to use both joysticks to move, and if you just use one, it moves like the left and right wheel respectively.
Ooh, what's down here?
But what's cool about it is you can get like different upgrades for it and stuff, so like you can equip it with like swords and guns, pretty much whatever you want, rocket launchers.
There's caves and shit in here too.
And it's also a sandbox free roaming game where like basically, and keep in mind PS2, so like before Skyrim was a thing and stuff. And what's cool about it is it's just one of those games where you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want. You can literally go on the side of the street and play an instrument to make money.
What the fuck?
Yeah, in the same game where you go around the Gundam mech and, you know, Gundam fight, basically. It's the best way I can describe it. And what's cool is, like, it actually, yeah, there's just a lot to it. And then there's, like, different endings and stuff. You can basically join the bad guys if you want to, or you can do your own thing, or you, I don't know. I forget all the endings, honestly. I just remember there was at least 3. I think you can end up in jail in one of them. I do remember that much. You can. Forget how the hell you end up there, but yeah.
Well, you already added the big guys.
It's just one of those games where you can do whatever you want, and that's why I respect it. And the combat was very unique for it, just because of the control scheme.
The funnest game to do whatever you want in will always be GTA.
I can see why
And
you
Goat
would say that,
Simulator.
but it's because it's, for you, GTA is probably, if not relatable, at least like, I mean, I don't know if I can think of any other word. But
It's
for
just you can ride around all kinds of fucking these vehicles.
yeah, but what you're not hearing me is I don't like our modern setting, truthfully. So anything that reminds me of real life too much, I just don't like. GTA, while it definitely takes liberties, is at the end of the day very realistic.
You don't like school
in a way.
shootings?
Not really, no. And honestly, like I said, I'm not much of a gunner. And while I do respect GTA for, especially GTA 5 and on, and even San Andreas started for a PS2 game especially, the amount of shit you can do in San Andreas is crazy. But, I don't know, I just don't, I get bored of the setting, I'll be honest. But that's just me, I'm not just like that with video games, even with like regular fiction, when I watch anime, or wow, like shit, why I love anime so much is because most anime is out there with its ideas and stuff. Not all, by any means. There is, like, a genre for a slice of life, it's called, actually, usually, but... And even just, like, some seinen can be a little bit more realistic, but I don't know, man, even, like, really realistic senens still know how to, like, have, like, fantastical elements, and like, they just make those elements seem more possible in real life, or, like, or they're darker, or, like, there's more implications behind it. Maybe like, you know, it's all sunshines and roses in the setting, but there's still fucking magic or something. Something to make it not like real life. Because real life bores the fuck out of me. That's kind of my point. Just like, most stories that are too real life or too non-fiction just don't hold my interest for long. Unless it's like, unless it's an actual real story, basically. And even then, it has to be something that's really interesting. There's no offense. Most stories from people of history, no matter how interesting they are glorified. Like how like, how great was Alexander the Great really, or is it just the people that wrote down that shit I'm getting at? Like, I don't trust what people wrote down because people are very biased. So yeah, I digress. I have many different reasons for not liking it.
Halo did not lack their combat. This is fucking awesome, dude.
On a side note, the reason I've always liked Halo above other shooters is because of the sci-fi setting. Shooting aliens. So this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. You can still tie it into real life, like by having guns and the military element and stuff, but have things that stand out about that make it different enough from
Welcome to the stream,
man.
everybody. What is up? Free to Sparns, free to Sparns! Well,
Yeah.
future Sparns.
I'm curious of your opinion on that. Is there any non-fiction works or anything that's like more realistic that you actually like, besides maybe GTA?
Like video games?
Yeah, or anything really.
Well,
But video games.
Oh, video game topics. So, realistic stuff. When it comes to realistic games, I like more racing, survival,
Okay.
like the shooters. The shooting games need to have like some sort of thing that makes it not realistic, if you know what I mean. Like you have to tell that it's fake, in my sense. Like not in graphics, but like it has to be set in sci-fi or a horror scene, in my opinion.
Oh,
Like GTA is fun because it's set in crime and stuff. That's what I mean. It's not something you can do in real life. Like I hate those sim games like Sims 4 and shit. Like it's just because it's too close to real life. Like,
Well, to be honest.
and that's also why I don't like what's it called, VR, because VR is just too realistic. I want to know that I'm playing the video game because I like playing the video games. To me, that's too.
Well, I just want to say what is cool about though is like literally things in the game move when you move in real life. So that experience was amazing. But I still kind of feel you though, because the thing is about Superhot, you kind of still know you're playing a video game, right? Like everything looks like a video game. I will admit though, one thing that legit fucked me though in that game, so there's a part of it where you look like you're standing on top of a skyscraper.
I just suicided myself.
And it's probably because I haven't admittedly been in too many dangerous situations in real life, thankfully.
Damn, we fucking captured this whole place, bro.
Been in a few, but nothing like that, dude. The worst I've ever really had to deal with was I almost got killed by a tornado because my dumbass was out in the street when it landed.
It's your fault.
Yeah, I didn't see the tornado warnings. I was too busy hanging out with my friend for his graduation party. We were playing video games, and then we were swimming in this pool, and then we went for a walk barefoot down the street, and that's when the fucking lamppost started flying. And I had to jump over a puddle with a live wire in it. Kinda wish I was joking.
Sounds like fun.
My friend picked up the chick because she had fucking heels on. It was something of a fucking movie, dude, honestly.
Sounds like fun, to be honest, bro.
Well, I'm glad you would have had fun. I was petrified by the end of it.
I would have been fucking dancing.
Well, I'll be real, what went through my mind when that happened was I hoped the trees that were right next to my house didn't fall over in the tornado. So I immediately went home to make sure my mother and my animals were okay. It was literally the only thought I had. Especially because my cat would usually be in my room, and there was a tree right by my room at the time. The neighbors fortunately cut it down, so I don't have to really worry about it anymore. But yeah, for years that would... Every time there was a windy storm, there's a reason I would keep my bed away from the windows. Let me put it that way. I don't know if you know that one scene from Evil Dead where like the fucking well, you probably do, you know horror movies, but
Yeah,
like the
I love
fucking
Evil
I
Dead.
just say out of habit. I don't know if anyone in chat knows, I guess too. But yeah, there's a scene in Evil Dead where like basically the tree comes alive and comes through your fucking window. I felt like that was gonna happen to me for a while. Like minus the coming alive part. It was just gonna be because the storm knocked it in, but you know.
You sure it's not gonna come alive?
I mean, you know, with this house, you never know. Might get possessed. Stare in the
Might get
mirror long
possessed.
enough, start chanting, you know, until your head turns 60 degrees sideways, and
I could chant 666 for
starts
5 hours straight. if you want me
Fucking
to.
no,
Why?
because then you'll rotate in 6 different directions or some shit, and I'm not trying to witness The Exorcist. Or
You don't have to witness it. I'll be up here.
Well, I still don't. All right, fuck my wording. I still don't want the consequences in my house.
They're not gonna be at your house. I'll be dead.